Hello and welcome back. Hondo's Blockbuster here. Another movie review. Just got out of seeing F1 or F1 the movie. I think it's just called F1. I think they've in the marketing had to put it, the movie for some reason, but just got out of seeing it. Joseph Kosinski's latest blockbuster, and holy cow! This might be the best of the summer so far. And I've seen a lot of really good movies, and I know I've touched on it on this this channel a bit, that I've yet to really been able to review a bad movie. But that streak does not, or I guess it continues here, because I am very excited to talk about F1. And I came out of this movie really digging it. And I'm somebody, not an F1 guy, not a car guy. Just very excited for Joseph Kosinski, who had directed Top Gun Maverick, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. Came out a couple summers ago. This one stars Brad Pitt, and it is all about a completely original story, not a biopic or about a real driver, but it is F1, and yeah, let's dive in. Wow. Joseph Kosinski might have just completely found the formula to create the ultimate blockbuster. It is one, him directing it. Two, bringing back like an aging superstar. Obviously, Top Gun Maverick had Tom Cruise, the GOAT. This one bringing back Brad Pitt. Finding some sort of automobile or some sort of automated object, fighter jets. This one, F1 cars, and you've got an absolute masterpiece. Pair that with some up-and-coming rising superstar and an actor, in this case, Damson Idris, and you've essentially got the perfect formula for a summer blockbuster, because he absolutely crushed this movie out of the park. If you're, again, I'm not an F1 guy, not a racing guy, not even really a car guy in general, and this movie just... if you walk out of this movie without getting goosebumps a couple times, something's wrong with you. The filmmaking for this movie, it just really puts to shame any movie that relies too much on CGI, truly, because the how they shot this was so similar to how they shot Top Gun Maverick, except obviously those are dealing with fighter jets, this one dealing with F1 cars, and it just adds that level of realism, but just the impact of how you're seeing one during the race. You got the different camera angles. It makes it seem like Brad Pitt's actually in that thing, and it just makes you feel so locked in. And if you go see it in a movie in either IMAX or Dolby or one of those, highly recommend it. Went to go see it in IMAX, and I couldn't recommend that anymore. But yeah, overall, this movie, for a lack of a better term, and apologies for my pun, is absolutely gas. I mean, this movie is balls to the wall. Ton of racing, by the way. If you're thinking like, oh, it's a race car or racing movie that might not have, a ton of races, or, it's going to be lean more on the dramatic elements between the characters, whatever, it has that. But the racing is absolutely one of the biggest stars, and the way that it's shot is so incredible. It's movie magic to its absolute T. It's why you go to the movies. It's just, you are so locked in and engraved with this, obviously the story, but just like you feel like you're a part of these races. And they do a really good job as someone, again, not an F1 guy, but it illustrates what it takes in that sport, all the different components, the team members, and it's a bit different than you'd think. You're just thinking, or I was at least, like, oh, it's just, you hop in the car, you got these really good racers, whatever, but like, it's how they build the cars, the different add-ons they do, the different team members, and how quick you have to be and precise. It's just overall really, it's honestly the perfect word to describe this movie, and it's the perfect word to describe Brad Pitt in general, is just cool. This movie is cool as hell. Like this, it's just an ultimate summer blockbuster. It's honestly probably the perfect like dad movie. Like I definitely want to take my dad to go see this one. I can't stop raving. Legitimately, I was trying to think of like all the movies I've seen up to this point. We're about midway through the year, almost midway through the summer, and I think this might be my favorite movie of the summer. Not my favorite movie of the year yet, but it's up there. It's just as good as a lot of these other blockbusters that have come out. And in a summer full of big IP and sequels and superhero movies that are coming out, this is a unique project, an original movie that I think could steal the summer. So some of the main highlights of this movie, like I mentioned already, Joseph Kosinski's direction is incredible. The cinematography, incredible. The score, Hans Zimmer score, I thought not only the score, but the actual music. Like there's some really like cool bump, like perfectly placed songs that worked really well. I think in terms of direction and all that, it's chef's kiss, gorgeous blockbuster directing. The cast is incredible. Brad Pitt, as mentioned, obviously he's leading this one. He is as cool as ever. He's as Brad Pitt as ever, but he's perfect for this role, and you're rooting for this guy. Somebody, and it's not somebody that like has like a dark past. Like he's got some things he's got to work with, but it's a very rootable for character that he plays. The whole cast. I mean, Damson Idris is, I think, a very up and coming actor. Like I haven't really seen him in much of anything else, and this is the first time I'm getting to experience him, and he's great. He plays obviously the cocky rookie on the team. Carrie Condon plays a great role. She plays like the technician on the team, and she's got a lot to prove as well. I thought her chemistry and dynamic with Brad Pitt was there. And then Javier Bardem, or Bardem. Yeah, either way, a legendary actor, and he plays a great role in this movie as the owner of the team. So performances pretty much all around were great. They really, they bring you into the I guess the human side of this racing story, and they do a great job as well. And yeah, this movie is just like the story. Yes, it has some predictable beats. It's got some cliche moments, as a lot of sports movies do. But I'm surprised it took a few turns that I didn't see coming. And it kind of kept me on my feet there, where you think, oh, this is probably what's going to happen. It's kind of teeing it up, and it goes a little bit of a different direction, which I really liked. So yeah, really only some minor negatives. Yeah, some of the cliches. Some of them were predictable. Some of them others were not. So I'm happy that it leaned more into the not, but there are obviously some that you see enough sports movies you kind of get. And it is very long. It is a very long movie. I personally don't mind it, but if you're somebody who isn't a huge fan of extremely long movies, this one you can feel it a little bit. But luckily, it's got enough race car drives to keep your heart pumping throughout. So overall, go watch this movie. This is an absolute summer blockbuster. It's got the check on the blockbuster list, and definitely go see it in like IMAX or something. So I'm going to give this one 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's one of my favorites of the year, my favorite of the summer, I think, so far. And I took Julie, so I'm going to put it on the wifey meter. She gave me an 8 out of 10. So that's a very high score, honestly. So, yeah, check it out. If you've seen it already, by the time you're watching this, let me know what you thought below. If you can like, comment, subscribe, anything helps. And yeah, go see this movie. Stick with us on the channel. And yeah, we'll be seeing you at the movies.